Opportunity started about 4 years ago, and it just started in something like this, a little room where we just thought we want to do something. We've been talking and talking and talking. We just want to do something about reggae music, the state of reggae music, and what can we do? Let's start some discussions. And so we invited some people, and we just hello? Yeah. And we spoke. And we've been having some have your say meetings since then. And we've been talking a lot about the problems, and there is a lot of problems, yeah? But what we're about now, we're about solutions. We're about the solution, because we can't keep on talking about the problem, right, man. Right. You understand? Right? So I want you to know that we are there, we're there in the background, and we're doing what we can to highlight and honor reggae music and help musicians and artists also. We've been having meetings with the Musicians Union. We just had a wonderful meeting with at head office recently. We're going to be doing some workshops coming up in 2020. We're going to have some workshops with PRS, you know, so artists can get to know the game, because that's a very, very important thing too. When I made my song Gotta Find a Way, I didn't know about PRS. It was somebody that came to me a few years later and took my hand and took me there. So there's a lot of artists that don't know about this, and so it's very, very important to get yourself covered. So we're going to be doing a lot of things. We've been partnering with a few really, really good people, with VP Records, Trojan Records, you know, Kwaku over there. You know, we've been trying to go ahead with things, yeah, and moving forward. So just bear with us. Go on the website. Anything you want to know about RFUK, anything that you can offer in skill set, please let Colin know, yeah, and let Coral, let Audrey, let any of us know. I want to say something very, very special too, that since we started, you know, the first meeting, it was about, as I said, was just about us talking. And I remember saying, I didn't know what this was going to be. It was born out of frustration for where we were with the reggae music at the moment. And so we just put out an ad on Facebook. If we used to start a meeting, would you guys come? Would people come? And it blew off the train, man. People was like, yeah, we'll be there. And we had a meeting just around the corner down at the Brixton Market House. And out of that meeting, we heard, you know, the artists came, you know, the people like, you know, Leroy Wilson, with Carol Thompson. We had, you know, Audrey Scott, Amaziah Rose, many artists came. And there was one person that really stood out, and it was a man called Mr. Colin Brown. And I remember, you know, Mr. CB Multimedia, you know, I was like, the way his knowledge of reggae music was key. It really rang a bell, his knowledge and his enthusiasm and his passion towards reggae music. You know, Rowena was right there by our side, Winsome, all of these people there. And we all got together and just said, would you like, shall we form something? Let's form an organization. Who'd be up for that? And these are the people that was in it from the beginning. Mr. Leroy Wilson, Audrey Scott, Coral Reed, Rowena, Colin Brown. We now have Michaela and Archie on board, yeah, as well as our partners, and sorry, and okay, hello, hey, how are you doing? Welcome. I want to really honor Mr. Colin Brown, because the work that he puts in, you know, we've all got our jobs and everybody shares responsibility with RFUK, you know what I mean? But this man goes way over and beyond, Mr. CB Multimedia. I know you today. So, well, yeah, look at something still.
Come forward, Colin.
Don't cry. It's gonna give you. Listen, it's not to say that he's a drinker, you know, but we give him a little juice still, you know.
A white rum?
Yeah. Well, not quite white, but it's brown. You understand? Can we deal with brown? No. Right, Colin, we leave a few words with you, man. Whatever you want to say. Thank you.
No, thank you. It's been a ride. Trust me, it's been a real ride. I mean, talking about the first meeting, and you know, Rowena from True Identity said, "Come to a meeting," and she's been asking me to go to meeting after meeting, and this time I just said, okay, let me go along. And it was probably the best thing I ever did. I was in a room full of veterans, you know, icons and whatever. Tony Williams was there, and that was an amazing thing to be there with Tony Williams and Carol Thompson. And those are the people that were behind us when we started, and are still supporting us. Tony, right up until, you know, his departure, was there with us, supporting us, and we honoured him when we did our event at the Clapham Grand. So it was nice that we could honour people when they're living. Yes. Don't wait till people have died. Start honour people when they're alive. Recognise what they're doing when they're alive and honour them. Yeah, as I said, I'm going to keep it short and sweet. But I am so passionate about us. I'll let you into a secret. I'm 60 next year. But we are the big people. It's for us to make the change. So our parents, for me, my parents are gone. So it's left to us, and whatever, you know, 10, 15 years time, we'll be rocking in the old people's home. You know what I mean? So we have to look about the legacy. We have to look about the legacy. You understand what I'm saying? We had Hannah Francis here tonight. That's the legacy. Come on. That's the legacy. Let's start help nurturing the legacy. Otherwise, this reggae music, UK reggae music, dies with us. Dies with us. So we have to nurture the next generation, yeah? And what I see coming up, there's a lot of great talent coming up. Please, today was about radio airplay. When these youngsters are putting their material out, radio DJs, please give them a squeeze, give them a look in, give them a play. That's what we're about. Tonight is the first of a series of symposiums, so we'll be doing more to try and get a conversation amongst our community, and not just conversation, as Lorna G said, we need to start now coming up with solutions. Yes. We're going to launch, well, we put out a consultation about us trying to get in the mix with doing track distribution. So if you're a DJ and a producer, and you want to now start getting your stuff out to all the DJs, and it's not just about London, we're talking Scotland, we're talking Northern Ireland, we're talking Wales, the whole of United Kingdom, and perhaps the world, then we need to come together and come up with strategies. Remember, music business, the word business is bigger than music. Let's get the business sorted. We need to start focusing on the business element of music. True word, let's do this. Yeah? Thank you.
Just want to thank Jeff. Thank you, Jeff Parker, for giving us this night to, you know, showcase what we do. And you're going to hear some music from Sisters of Reggae now. They're going to rock the house, and Mrs. Debbie. And, yeah? Oh, yeah. So thank you very much. And thank you all. Thank everybody for coming out and supporting this. Yeah, and just keep your ear to the ground. Keep listening out for Reggae Fraternity. Big up yourself. Yeah.